Hi guys, welcome to my Goat Shed Life, where today we're doing a plumbing video. Not because we wanted to do a plumbing video, but because we got plumbing issues. Sometimes that's just the way things work or don't work here in my Goat Shed Life. This is an on-demand propane water heater. Now, it is on the north wall of the goat shed, and I've got the cover off of it. I had the most wonderful experience because I went to turn the valve that turns the water back on, and yeah, voila, it's broken off. I love this on-demand water heater, but it's got a few little quirks that you just got to be ready for, especially in cold weather. Fortunately, here in Texas, we don't get weather that's that cold. At some point, that valve is going to have to be replaced, but I may be able to open the valve without having to do some plumbing. It's still a little chilly out this morning, probably still in the 30s. I got the valve open with the channel locks, but as you can see, it is not holding water. Yeah, epic fail. I'm going to have to do some plumbing. I cut the insulation off. Right here's my valve that's broken, so I need to replace that. I'm going to have to cut the pipes back, so I'm going to need a couple of couplings, and a new valve, so I can cut all that back. Of course, I'll turn the water off, duh, and I'll be back in the business of hot water before you know it. The small town hardware store people are really helpful in helping to put your stuff back together. I've also got a piece of pipe that's exactly the same size, so that I can say this is the size that I need. I like doing that. I'm not going to have to really buy any pipe, just 2 couplings and a valve. Went into town and got a new valve, and there's my couplings. Plumbing is not hard, guys. It's like Tinker Toys. But if I put this together like that, this together like that. Now I'm going to have to prime and glue all these. This is for measuring purposes. This pipe I'm going to have to cut out over here. I thought, well, I've got these 2 little short pieces of pipe that are the right size. So if I do this and then deduct how much that pipe's going to go in on either end, it will give me an idea of, so I'll cut it between here and here. So I'll measure this, and that's how much of that pipe I'm going to cut out. Step 1, however, is going to be to turn the water off. Yes, indeed. Underneath this bucket, this nice round lid. So there's the cutoff, my main cutoff to the goat shed water. All of the goat shed's water, if you look right there, that's where the slabs stop. This is all framed with 2x6s that are kind of sunk down in the ground a little bit and attached to the slab at the side, and they have piers under them. And all of the wet areas in the goat shed are on this side of the goat shed, and all of the water pipes actually run under the goat shed. I got my tools. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to measure from there. I was looking for a tape measure, and all I found was a stupid rule. It's at 8 1/4. So I cut 8 3/8 out of this pipe. I should be able to just glue all this together and put it all up in there. Of course, I've got to glue this. I know that. This has got a hacksaw blade in it. It is really easy to use and pretty darn handy. So I measured, and I'm hoping I measured right. I'm going to go real slow to get it started. It'd be nice when all that cold water runs out and stops bothering me. That's so close. Yay! Yay! We did it. See? It's loose. So there you go. There's that one. most of the water should be out of the pipe. No, it's not. Okay, here's the deal. You want to saw bottom of the pipe first, because then the water would be all gone out of the top of the pipe when you went to saw it. And you really want to keep it as flat as possible, which I'm probably not doing such a great job at. So we got the length of pipe cut out. Here's the piece of pipe we're going to put in. And it's all going to go together just fine. I'm going to get us sandpaper, because when you cut, you get like this really rough edge. You see, I didn't cut it very parallel, but you get this really rough edge, and it's a good idea to take a little piece of sandpaper and clean that up. I have a little tiny piece of sandpaper. I'm just gonna kind of smooth rough edges that I made. Yeah, that gives us some nice smooth edges to adhere to. Pipe's kind of wet. Okay, here's my assembly that I'm going to use. Got to take it back apart. I tried to take it back apart. When I put it up in there, I got it wet. I'm so glad I thought about using these little pieces of pipe that were already laying around cut, so I don't have to do a whole bunch more cutting. That's no fun. This is primer, purple primer. Everybody that's ever done plumbing. And before I do this, I'm going to make sure that I can actually open, which I can, the can of PVC glue. Okay, so I looked up and my phone was black, so I don't know where we left off. But I was putting primer on these. I put primer on the inside of this one, and I was going to put one assembly together. I've got primer on the inside of this one as well. So I'm going to take some glue and put it on here. I'm going to put some in here. You guys out there that are watching this, y'all can tell me how I'm doing it wrong or how right I'm doing it. How cool would that be? And I'm just going to stick these two together. And I think it's a good idea to kind of twist it. That's my coupling. Putting together my assembly. And kind of twist it in there real good. Okay, I've got half of it ready to go. To the other side. Take my primer. Put on the inside of my valve. I set it up like this, and now I'm going to do my pipe. Do both ends of my pipe, because I'm going to do this other half of this assembly. Now I just got some of that fun primer all over me. And I'm going to do one side here. Yay, I got it all over me. Take some glue. I've never worried about letting the primer dry. If it's supposed to, y'all are welcome to leave me something down in the comments. Hey, I'm open to suggestions, folks, really. So we're going to take these two pieces, twist them together, push them together real good. Making a mess. It's not fun unless you make a mess. And put some glue on here. Grab this one, my other coupling that's going to go on top. Let me give it a little twist and fit it in real good. So I've got my assembly put together. Got my pipes cut. Next thing I'm going to do is put primer on the inside of both ends. I'm not sure, but I think that primer like softens the pipe up a little bit. I'll put some up here. I still got a little water dripping out. Hopefully that's not going to affect me any. They actually make a PVC glue that is for specifically for where you have to fit wet pipe together. my water's going to smell like this primer. This is one of those examples of being glad there is no smell-o-vision. So I got primer in both ends, primer on both pipes. And I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on my pipe. I think I'll get some more. I don't think it works right unless you make a big old mess. I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on the bottom pipe as well. It's running down. I'm going to put some glue inside my pipe. Like I said, the water's going to smell and taste even. We don't drink the water much anyway. We drink that Chuck Norris stuff. Okay, so I think I've got enough glue on. I'm just going to go ahead and kind of give that a little twist. Push it in there real good. And come down here. Oh, whoa. I think we should put the lid on this. I'm going to wipe that excess off that pipe. Ta-da! Bring it up a little bit closer. There is my very messy pipe fitting job that I just did. And I'm not sure. I'm going to look at the directions. I think the longer you leave it before you hydrate it, the better. I can't turn my water back on right now. I'll look at the back of the can because it'll give you drying time. Oh, wear gloves. Why do they have to give you all that? I don't need all that. Apply thin coat, blah, 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 blah. Allow 15 minutes before handling. Avoid full line pressure for 24 hours. 24 hours? Huh. Alright. I may Google that. I don't think I can go for 24 hours without having water. So, I think I've got it together pretty good. And I think I'm going to look it up on the internet and see what the internet says. The internet knows everything, right? So that's what I did. That is trash. And I'll put my tools away. Unlike some people who will remain nameless. Our pipes didn't freeze. My valve just broke. And it may have gotten brittle because it got so cold. Yeah. I hear the water running, which is okay because, like I said, got both valves open. You can hear the water heater running. And now, so I'm going to turn this bottom valve off. Now when I go in the house and turn the hot water on, it should come on and be just fine. Yay! Looks like success. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this pipe back up. Got a mess. This is cold. We got cold water. Ta-da! I love it. Anyway, give me a thumbs up because I did such a good job plumbing. Old women can plumb too. Go Greenies, or Whimsies in my case. Okay, y'all. Thank you, and thanks for watching my video. And yeah, if you put your mind to it, you can fix just about anything. I didn't even have to look this up because I've done plumbing before. See you guys soon. Thanks.